There's a strange connection between J.Cole and Adam Sandler that no one really talks about. On paper, they shouldn't have anything in common. One's a rapper, the other's a comedian and actor. But if you look closer, their careers are almost identical.
Your films get loved by the public and hated by critics. Whatever the Rotten Tomatoes critic score is for your films means zero. It means nothing.
What I had was this love from people and everyday people that live in their life to this music. But there was not, from a critical standpoint, that was the stuff that really got to me.
They are almost the same person, just in different worlds. Not because of the baggy clothes or their love for basketball, but because underneath all of that, they share something deeper. Today we talk about why J. Cole is the Adam Sandler of hip-hop. At the start of their careers, both J. Cole and Adam Sandler faced the same uphill battle. Harsh critiques, doubts about their talent, and an industry that didn't quite know what to make of them.
Adam Sandler comedies are beloved by audiences, but get trashed by critics.
And that stuff doesn't hurt me anymore. I think it hurt me 20 years ago. It got me 20 years ago. I was like, kind of shell-shocked, like, what happened? They say I suck. I thought I was good at this.
When J. Cole dropped his debut album, The Sideline Story, and later Born Sinner, the reception wasn't what he hoped for.
We put out the single. It was the worst response I've ever gotten on any song that I've ever put out. It was a terrible response.
Many critics weren't satisfied with the quality of music. They said he was boring. They said he didn't have the superstar charisma or the look. They said he couldn't carry an album the way Drake or Kendrick could.
The first album comes out and it does tremendously well commercially. But the reception critically and on the internet is still sort of mixed. What was that feeling like for you guys internally?
He was going through a dark time where he was feeling like he still had to prove himself.
Those early reviews didn't just annoy him, they shook his confidence. He was still learning how to deal with public perception, and for a while, it got to him. He's spoken about that period as one where he felt lost and a bit depressed.
Now I'm dealing with self-confidence kind of shattered, you know what I mean? And trying to fight against that, writing my way out of it. So then when I tell people yo, you know I was fucked up for this whole album, like doubting myself this whole time, niggas like, what? But it was real to me. I was like, yo, that's why people jump off of buildings, man, and just end it.
He had spent years chasing validation, trying to prove he was worthy of being called one of the greats. But everything changed when he finally stopped caring about what people thought. Once Cole let go of the critics and focused solely on his truth, his career skyrocketed. 2014 Forest Hills Drive became the moment where he found his balance and knew he didn't need anyone's approval anymore.
Honest, vulnerable, confident, all of it. Wasn't on no commercial shit at all. This is the shit they're gonna remember forever.
Fame, the accolades, having people say, yo, you are the best in the game. I thought those would be the things that would bring happiness. And then the happiness wasn't there. And I realized there was such an attempt to achieve these things and to keep going that you lose sight of the people and the blessings that you have around. So focused on the next success, the next step in your career, and you forget the fact that you have these things that seem small if you're looking that way. But if you look this way, you realize they're the only thing that matters, and that's your mother, that's your family, that's love.
The critiques never really stopped. Even today, the critics and people have a lot of things to say, but he no longer lets them define him. Instead, he's built one of the strongest, most loyal fan bases ever in hip-hop. A core of listeners who show up for him no matter what.
I know what it is. I know there's certain people, every time Cole comes out, is gonna write something negative, but before it used to get to me, now I get it oh, okay, that's part of the game.
Adam Sandler's career mirrors Cole's almost perfectly. For years, Sandler was one of the most criticized actors in Hollywood. His movies were torn apart by critics, earning low ratings and harsh reviews. But his fans, they loved him, really loved him.
Every Friday of literally every one of my movies.
Right.
The reviews, they destroy them so much that I'm just like...
Do you read the reviews though? Why?
No, it just happens on occasion. I'll get a call like, "Hey, fuck the New York Times." I'm like,
oh, great.
I didn't read it yet.
He built an empire off of making the exact kind of films that critics told him not to make. Fun, silly, and heartfelt comedies with his friends. Adam Sandler writes, produces, and stars in his own films. Just like J. Cole has always produced the majority of his own music. But deeper than that, what often gets overlooked is how strategically smart both these men are behind the scenes. Sandler, through his company Happy Madison, turned his goofy comedies into a billion-dollar business, funding his friends' careers and securing deals that guarantee freedom and longevity.
my buddy Herlihy, who I went to college with, and he writes all the movies with me. I do have more fun with my friends, and I do look to put them in all my movies. I love them. I know it's going to be a better day when they're there, and I also want them to have a great thing to do. I like seeing them kill and all that stuff.
When it is your friends in the movie,
right,
you're still the boss. I mean,
I never feel like the boss. I feel like I have the responsibility of making sure it all goes smoothly for them.
All the guys that you came up with, they're either writing or directing or producing or acting in your films. Nobody has taken better care of me in this business than you.
J.Cole has done the same with Dreamville, nurturing artists like J.I.D., Bass, Earthgang, and Ari Lennox. Take the Revenge of the Dreamers series, for instance. At the heights of his career, he put out a compilation that focused on showcasing culture and unity. And recently, when Dreamville's deal with Universal ended, Cole shared the blessings. He reportedly paid his team handsomely, even though the majority of the money made by Dreamville came from his own work.
We just kind of ended our Universal partnership at Dreamville.
Okay.
And the bros got a nice windfall, you know? They didn't owe any of us anything, you know what I mean? And they broke bread top to bottom.
Wow.
You know? Like serious bread.
Cole looked out for everybody that was a part of Dreamville.
I heard Boss talking about that.
That's one of the most beautiful things in hip-hop right there. That never fucking happens. So if niggas on Dreamville that was a part of it don't want to do music and they just want to move on with their life, they'll be good.
That's who he is. A leader who does more than what's required. Someone that never forgets the people who came up with him. But beyond their success and business moves, what truly connects J. Cole and Adam Sandler is how they represent the average man navigating everyday life. Adam Sandler usually plays the same kind of character. A regular dude just trying to figure life out. He's not rich, not famous, not special at first. He's the underdog who grows by learning what really matters, which is usually love, family, and purpose. Most of his characters are underestimated by everyone around them, but they always prove their worth without changing who they are. That's what makes them so real. They represent us. Doesn't that sound exactly like J. Cole? He raps from the point of view of the regular guy. The kid from Fayetteville who made it big but still deals with self-doubt, family, and finding meaning. Like Sandler, Cole's art in life isn't about being larger than life and perfect. It's about being honest and human. Plus, they both kinda nice on the court. Sandler stopped caring about Hollywood expectations long ago. He'll show up to events in a baggy hoodie and sneakers, completely indifferent to red carpet norms.
Adam, what are you wearing? What are you doing right now?
What went into picking out this look tonight,
This
Adam?
is just trying to cover the gut.
He doesn't act like a movie star. He doesn't look like one either, I mean.
Cole does the same thing, performing in Crocs, sweatpants, and a t-shirt, rejecting celebrity aesthetics altogether. Neither of them chase relevance by trying to follow what's most popping at the time, yet they remain relevant precisely because of that authenticity. Sandler's acting has never been recognized by big award shows. He's never won an Oscar. In fact, the only Oscar nominated tied to his film Click was for Best Makeup. And even when he gave one of his most powerful performances of his career in Uncut Gems, he was snubbed.
The Oscars are, they're assholes. And if they don't want to give my man his props, we will tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest of all time.
Despite Forest Hills Drive becoming a cultural phenomenon, despite platinum albums and sold-out arenas, he's never won a Grammy for his own work. And yet neither he nor Sandler ever let that define their worth.
Had I won it early on, I think it would have validated all of those feelings I had for the fact that it didn't happen, and then it didn't happen, and then it didn't happen. It becomes clear that it's like, oh, wait a minute, like those things weren't for you.
Adam Sandler and J. Cole built an empire by staying true to themselves. Neither needed the trophies to prove their value. Their audiences are the proof. Being the Adam Sandler of hip-hop isn't an insult. It's an acknowledgement of Cole's unique career path and staying power. So while others are chasing the crown, J. Cole, much like Adam Sandler, seems perfectly content with just being himself, carving out a career that's not defined by hype or awards, but by the loyalty of their people and fans who grew up with them and never left.